Hey guys, welcome back to the Curly Reader. My name's Amanda, and today I have a readathon announcement for you. All right, so back in February, when I hosted Historathon 2.0, I announced, along with Angie, who is my co-host, we announced that Historathon would be moving to November moving forward. There were a couple of different reasons behind that, but we decided that this year we would be running a shorter version of Historathon to kind of set the stage for next year. So this year we are planning on running a 10-day readathon in November to kind of pave the way for Historathon being a month-long readathon next November. So Angie has some other commitments going on this year. She had to step aside, and so for this iteration of Historathon 2.5, I'm calling it, Lindsay from Lindsay's Little Library will be my co-host. So I'm so excited to have Lindsay on board. She is my historical fiction muse, so to say. She has been one of my OG recommenders for historical fiction, and so I was so excited that she agreed to jump on board with this and be my co-host for this 10-day version of the readathon. So for Historathon 2.5, we will be running the readathon from November 1st through the 10th. It will be a 10-day readathon, and we're excited to kind of get into the historical fiction mindset during those 10 days. We figured that that would be a good kind of time frame for a readathon, and so yeah, 10 days just seemed about right. We decided, instead of doing the bingo board, to do 5 prompts for the readathon, and so that's what we're gonna do. We're not gonna have any group read this time and nothing like that. It's gonna be pretty laid back, so you can get involved as much as you want. You don't have to do any of the prompts. You can just kind of read some historical fiction if you want. That's totally fine, but for those of you who enjoy filling the prompts, like me, we have those prompts for you. So the 5 prompts that we have picked for this year's readathon are: 1, to read a book about transportation. In some way, shape, or form, it can involve transportation. It can involve a plane, it can involve a train, it can involve a boat, it can involve a car, it can involve a blimp, it can involve any kind of transportation that you want. The second prompt that we have is to read a book with 3 words in the title. This is a common thing in historical fiction, so this should not be too hard to do. Our third prompt is to read a book that you feel you're the last person to read. So it can be any book, but just a book that you feel like everybody else has read except you. Our fourth prompt is to read a middle grade historical fiction. We figured, with it being a shorter readathon, that this would be nice to kind of get a shorter book in, and middle grade has some phenomenal historical fiction picks for you, so yeah. And then our last prompt number 5, is to read a book to movie adaptation, a historical fiction book to movie adaptation. And so there aren't as many of those, but there are quite a few that you may not realize are out there. So yeah. To help you with all of these prompts, we have decided to do something a little bit different, and we will be hosting a live recommendations video that will be taking place on October 24th, which is a Sunday, at 7 p.m. Central Time. So it's 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Here in the US. And so yeah, during that time, Lindsay and I will both be live. We'll have a couple of special guests with us, and we will just be giving live recommendations for each of these prompts. We would love to have you join us and jump in on helping other people find books to read for each of their prompts, giving recommendations. We'll be talking not necessarily about our own TBRs, but just books that we would recommend, what we're thinking about reading maybe, and kind of feed off each other. We thought that that would be a lot of fun to just kind of have a conversation about that and get together and recommend a bunch of books to each other that way. And so yeah, I think that that is everything that you need to know for Historathon 2.5. We are very, very excited about this. We hope that you guys will all join us in reading some historical fiction here at the beginning of November, and joining us on October 24th for our live recommendations video. So if you have any questions about anything, feel free to leave those down in the comments section and let us know if you will be participating with us. Definitely go over and check out Lindsay's channel and give her some love as well. Welcome her on board. And yeah, other than that, that's going to do it for today. So I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that you stick around and subscribe. And until next time, see ya.